Okay, let's do this together. We're doing a yin yang class, starting out with an active part, and after 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes, we will transfer into the yin part with the deep stretches, slow part. Something else, I bought some new equipment, and therefore I'm recording most of the classes, editing them for this stream. So for those of you who have a membership with monthly payment, you can just go into the stream section and view all the sessions in there. There are Danish versions and English versions. Yeah. Okay, but let's do it. So find a way to sit. You can either sit on a folded blanket, on a pillow, or you can sit on your mat with your buttocks directly on the mat. See what your hips allows you to do. Then rest your hands in your lap. Straighten out your spine and bring your shoulders just above your hips. Point your nose forward and close your eyes. To begin with, listen to your breath as the air goes in and out. Relax the shoulders down, relax your arms and your hands. Focus on your body, all the sensations that you feel in your body from the toes to the crown of your head. While listening to your breath, feel the sensations of air coming in through your nostrils and going out through the nostrils. Also your belly and your chest going in and out, up and down. Let's do a little bit of a breathing exercise before we start. In yoga language, we call it pranayama, working with the breath. First, you let all the air come out through your nose. Blow it out. Now take a deep inhale, expand your belly, and lift up the chest all the way to the top. And when you reach the top, you hold your breath. Holding the breath, you just let the shoulders down, and you lengthen in your spine. Make your back be long. And now let the air come out the nose. Slowly, as your chest is going down, shoulders following. And when you reach the bottom of your lungs, you press your belly in and you draw your spine back, your belly button back to your spine. Press all the air out. New inhale, expand the belly, lift up the chest. All the way to the top, a little more air in, and hold the breath here. Let the shoulders drop down, still holding your breath. And now slowly let the air out the nose. Let the chest go down, shoulders follow. And press the air out. Belly button back toward your spine. Press all the air out. Empty your lungs. And one last deep breath, inhale. All the way to the top. Take a little bit air in on top of the other air. A little bit more. And hold the breath when you reach the top. Let the shoulders fall down. Extend the spine. Shoulders just on top of your hips. And your nose pointing forward. And finally let the air out. And come back to your normal pace of breathing. Sometimes it takes a few breaths to come back to normal. And also if you're body wants to sigh sometimes, like you just let your body do the sighs and just enjoy it. It's your body craving for air, craving for relaxation and release. Open your eyes and look directly in front of you. Keep a soft pace with your eyes. Soft gaze, I would like to say, not a pace. All right, now inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lean your head forward so that your forehead comes toward your feet in front of you. Relax the head down and draw your chin a little bit back, making double chins down here. And keep your shoulders down, your spine straight, and breathe in and out through the nose. Inhale, lift up your head, look forward, and exhale, lean your head to the right side. Your ear goes toward your shoulder, and the nose is pointing forward, and you feel the stretch in your left shoulder and the left side of the neck. Next, inhale, lift your head to center. Exhale, lean your head to the left side. Ear toward the shoulder, nose pointing forward, and a stretch in the right side of your neck. Breathe in and out. And you can keep that deep breathing. Inhale, bring your head back to center and look straight ahead. Now let your head just go to the side, so you turn your face to the right side, look over the shoulder, back to center and over the left shoulder, and then just keep your head moving from side to side, rotating the head. Keep the shoulders down, the spine straight, relax your legs. And next time your face is pointing to the front, you stay there. All right, now let your legs come forward. Extend the legs. Bring your feet together, knees together. Sit with a straight spine. Now lift up your right leg. Bend the knee and cross it over. Place the knee on top of the other knee so that your right heel is next to your left thigh or your hip. And sit here. Arms on each side. And then you start leaning to the left side. Place your hand palm into the mat and lift up your right arm. And keep leaning to the left. Keep your hips square so both of your sitting bones, your glutes, are in the mat. And you just reach with your right arm to the left and support yourself with your left hand in the mat. And keep reaching. Make your arm long. And make space between your ribs as you're leaning, opening up your right side. And slowly come back to center, both arms down. Extend your right leg and then bend your left leg. Place the foot almost next to the hip. Place the knee on top of the other knee, arms on each side. Sit with a strong spine. And then lean a little bit to the right. Lift up your left arm and then lean over to the right as you bring your left arm, cross it over. You just reach for the wall to the right side. One thing to note, every time I give you directions and every time I show a pose, that's actually the direction to go into. My body is very flexible, it's kind of Rubbermaid, so I do not expect for all of you guys to come that deep into the pose. Just to note, and still, if you cannot go far into the pose, you're still doing the pose correctly. Don't worry, and keep reaching. Slowly come back to center, arms down by the side, and extend both of your legs. So you're sitting in the middle of the mat, both legs in front of you, sit with a straight spine. Inhale, bring your arms over the head, look up, and exhale, lean forward, grab your feet or grab your legs and pull yourself closer. Pull your upper body close to your legs. Let your head drop down so that you feel a stretching on the back side of your body, back side of the legs, over the back, into your neck. And just keep pulling a few seconds here. Now look up and bring your upper body back. Lift up your arms over the head and bring the arms down by the sides. Now bend your knees and drop your knees gently to the sides. And grab your feet with your hands, interlace the fingers so you're locking the fingers around your feet. And you can bring the heels close to your pelvis if you like to. So you can bring them close to your body or you can keep them far apart. Holding your toes with your hands. And inhale, lengthen the spine, look straight ahead. And exhale, then you pull your feet, lean forward, and feel how your knees are coming further out to the side. You feel a stretching on the inside. And you just keep pulling them. You can also drop your head down a little bit. You can let it hang, feel the stretching in your back. Or you can just keep your spine straight and pull with your hands. And slowly come back up to sit. One hand on each side of the knee. And bring your knees together. Now feet to one side and come onto all four. On all four, bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. Straighten out your arms. And make sure that your elbows are straight and not overextending. I can show you this is overextending. I'm just relaxing my elbows. And now I just lift my body up and I make a micro bend in my elbows to avoid injuries in the elbow. Your hands, all 5 fingers spread, press the palm into the mat, also your fingertips. Look at your knees, they're just below your hips and your spine is straight. Alright, take an inhale as you lower down the belly and lift up your head. Look toward the ceiling and lift your tailbone behind you. Exhale, round the back. Look at your belly button. Bring space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lower down the belly. Look up. Sway the back. Exhale, round the back. Like a cat. Look at your belly button. One more time. Inhale. And look toward the ceiling. Exhale, round the back. Look at your belly button and come back to center. Keep a straight spine here. All right. Now we want to do a little bit of an exercise for the back and the hips. So inhale, lengthen your right leg behind you. Keep it parallel to the floor. Both hands are in the mat. You keep your spine straight and you keep your left knee into the mat. Now you bend your right knee. And you bring your right knee out to the side, so you lift up your right hip a little bit. And you bend the knee, so you bring your knee in a 90-degree angle. Now you extend the leg. Once more, point it back, bring down the right hip, and then bring the knee into the mat, back on all four. Also the left leg, bring it back, lift it up to parallel. Keep it straight and point the toes. Now bring the knee out to the side, bend the leg. So you're lifting up the left hip, lift up the knee, and you bend the knee in a 90-degree angle. Now extend the leg, point it back, bring down the left hip, and then bring the knee into the mat. Let's do it with a little flow to it. So inhale, right leg back, exhale, knee to the side, inhale, leg back, point it back, bring down the hip. Exhale, knee to the side, open the hip. Inhale, point it back, hip down. Exhale, knee to the side. Inhale, point it back. And exhale, bring the knee into the mat. Left leg. Inhale, bring the left leg back. Exhale, knee to the side. Inhale, back. Knee to the side on exhale. Inhale, point it back, hip down. Exhale, knee to the side. And inhale, knee back. Exhale, knee into the mat.
All right, back on all four. Now look between your thighs, look at your feet, and then tuck your toes in so you grab the mat with your toes. All right. Now inhale, look straight ahead. Exhale, lift up your knees and lift your hips up. Come into downward dog. Hands are in front of you. Feet are in the back of the mat. And you straighten out your upper body with your arms. Keep a straight line from your wrists to your hips. Drop down your head, relax your neck, and look between your ankles. Also here, make sure that your elbows aren't relaxing so that you can avoid injuries. Can you breathe in and out? Through the nose. You keep your feet in the mat. Now you start bend your knees one at a time. Move your hips a little bit from side to side. And find stillness. Look between your hands and walk your hands toward your feet all the way back. Now you drop your head down, relax your shoulders and arms, let your head be heavy. Standing here, you want to feel a stretching sensation on the back of your thighs and your calf muscles. And it's not necessarily, you don't have to stand with your legs straight. A little bend in your knees is perfectly fine as long as you feel the stretch on the back side of your legs. And just relax your head, relax your arms, breathe in and out through the nose. Let's do a breathing exercise from here. On an inhale, you lift up your upper body, bring it up parallel. Come on to parallel with your upper body, arms hanging. Exhale, bring the upper body down. Inhale, lift up, upper body parallel to the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, come to parallel. And exhale, upper body down. Now bend your knees, bring the hips down and roll your upper body all the way to standing. Come up and lengthen your legs. And now you stand with your feet a little bit apart, arms down by the side, look straight ahead. Inhale, arms over your head, look up. And exhale, fold forward, upper body all the way down, hands into the mat. Inhale, look up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look at the top of your mat, and exhale, walk your hands step by step all the way to the front of the mat and find a downward dog position. Hands in the mat, feet in the mat. Also here, if you stand here with a little bend in your knees, that's perfectly fine as long as you're one line from your wrists to your hips. Press the whole palm, the whole hand palm into the mat, also the fingertips. On an inhale, lift your right leg back and up toward the ceiling. On an exhale, place the foot in between your hands. Now lower down your left heel into the mat. So when you look at your left foot, it's pointing a little bit out to the side. Inhale, lift your upper body up and bring your arms over your head. And exhale, lower down the hips a little bit. Your chest is pointing forward, arms up, and then you bring your palms together and cross your thumbs. Straighten out your arms, and you make your upper body totally straight. Lengthen the spine, just look straight ahead. Inhale, look at your thumbs, and exhale, bring your hands on each side of the right foot in the mat, and you step the right foot back into downward dog. Stay in downward dog, breathe in and out. Inhale, lift leg back and up, all the way to the floor, the ceiling. Exhale, bring the foot in between your hands, lower down your right heel. Inhale, lift up your upper body and your arms. And exhale, lower down the hips, palms together, cross the thumbs, reach up with your arms toward the ceiling, point your fingers and keep your fingers together. Straighten out your arms, and your arms are just outside your ears. Be strong in your legs. Breathe in and out.
Inhale, look at your thumbs. And exhale, bring the hands into the mat on each side of the left foot and step the left foot back to a downward dog. Breathe in and out. We're going to do the little sequence called a vinyasa now. And it's mandatory. It's not mandatory if you to bring your knees into the mat. So you decide yourself. Now inhale, come into a plank in a high plank on your arms. This is where you can bring the knees into the mat. Exhale, bend your arms, come halfway down. Inhale, lift up your upper body, lift and lengthen in your arms. And exhale, lift your hips up, come into downward dog. So this part you can do with your knees into the mat, or you can do it with lifted knees. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, come forward into a high plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, lengthen your arms, look up. And exhale, lift to downward dog. Breathe in and out. Lift up your tailbone to the ceiling. Be strong in your arms. Keep focus around your elbows. And now point your armpits toward each other. Let your head drop down and look between your ankles. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up. Exhale, foot between your hands. Bring down the left heel. Inhale, arms over your head. Look straight ahead. And now open on an exhale to the left side. Point your right arm forward, left arm back, and arms are parallel to the floor. Your hip is open out to the side. Your shoulders are open out to the side. You breathe in and out. Keep your fingers together, shoulders down, and you tuck your tailbone a little bit beneath yourself. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, arms over your head. Look straight ahead and turn your upper body forward. Exhale, hands into the mat on each side of the right foot and step your right foot back to high plank. Come halfway down. Inhale, lengthen your arms, look up. And exhale, lift to downward dog. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, foot between your hands, drop down your right heel. Inhale, arms over your head, lift up the upper body, and exhale, open to the right side. This is a warrior two pose. Your arms are parallel to the floor, left arm forward, and you're looking over your left arm. Right arm back, shoulders down, and your entire body is open out to the right side. And if you want to make it harder on yourself, you bring down your hips so that you're making your thigh be parallel to the floor. Tuck your tailbone in, lengthen your spine. Inhale, arms over the head and turn your upper body forward. Exhale, hands on each side of the left foot. Bring the left foot back into high plank. Come halfway down. Inhale, lengthen your arms, sway the back and look up. Exhale, lift to downward dog. Feet into the mat. Take a breath in and out through the nose. Deep breaths. Be strong in your arms and feel like you're pushing the mat away underneath your feet and your hands. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up. And exhale, bring the foot between your hands, lower down the left heel. Inhale, open up, lift up your upper body, arms over the head. And exhale, open to the left. Back in a warrior two pose. Right leg in front of you, right arm pointing forward, left arm back. On an inhale, lift your right arm up and then lean your left hand on your left thigh and let it slide down the thigh as you lean back and sway, open up in your right side and bring your right arm behind you. You lean back and look at your right hand, opening up your whole right side of your upper body. Inhale, come back up, arms over your arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, lower down the hips a little bit. Inhale, arms over the head, turn forward, and exhale, hands into the mat. And you can either step directly into downward dog, or you can step to plank. Come halfway down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lift to downward dog. So you decide yourself, you want to take this little vinyasa part. Every time we come into plank, you can just push yourself into the downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg back and up. Exhale, foot between the hands. Bring down your right heel. Inhale, lift upper body and arms over the head. And exhale, open out to the right side. Inhale, lift the left arm up and place the right hand on the thigh and let it slide down as you lean back. Open up your left side and you look at your left hand over your head. And you can lean back, sway, open between your ribs. And you can feel the stretch all the way from your left hip to your fingertips. Be strong in your legs. Engage the muscles in your glutes and the thighs. Inhale, come back up, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, bring the hips a little bit down. Inhale, arms over your head, turn forward, and exhale, hands into the mat. Or either step back into downward dog, or you go into a high plank. Come halfway down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, lift to downward dog. Breathe in and out. Be strong in your arms. Let your head rest down. In and out through the nose. Inhale, look between your hands, and exhale, walk your feet all the way in between the hands. Feet together and head down. Breathe in and out through the nose. Rest the arms, the shoulders, and feel the stretching on the back side of your thighs and your calf muscles. Inhale, look up. And exhale, fold upper body down. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Bring your arms over the head. Reach up and press your inner thighs and your glutes together. Exhale, arms down by the side. And as we stand here, we're going to do a little stretch on the sides. Arms down by the side, feet together. Now, start by pressing your inner thighs together and the glutes back here. So inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, let the right arm come down and lean to the right as you reach your left arm to the side and slide your right hand down the thigh. Keeping both shoulders equally back, and keep bending, stretching, opening one side. It's pretty hard on both back and your belly. Breathe in and out. Inhale, come back to center, both arms up. And exhale, bring the left arm down and reach with your right hand to the left side. Open up in the right side of your body. Both shoulders back, chest forward. Lean and stretch and reach your right hand to the wall on the left side. Inhale, come back up. Both arms up. Exhale, arms down. Let's do a little bit of a back bend. Two options here. One is to place your hands on the lower part of your back and then lean back this way. This is a good way to start. A little bit more difficult and hard on your belly and your back is bringing your arms up. So what I'm going to do for those of you who want to take it slow and take a more modified version, you start by bringing your hands on your back, spread the fingers, and then bring the shoulders back, bring your elbows back. Then press your inner thighs together and the glutes. You stay here just a few seconds. I will say when you can go down behind. Or if you want to take the deep back bend, arms down by the side, inner thighs together, glutes together. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the fingers, cross the thumbs, and release the index fingers. And now you point your arms, point your fingers to the ceiling, press your hands toward your ears. All right. Everyone go down this way. So Inhale, lift up, lengthen the spine, and exhale, you let the hips go forward, press the inner thighs together, and then you lean back, lift your head, and reach back, look back. And come further down, reaching back, bending back, and support yourself with your hands if you have them on your back. Lean back, and inhale, come back up. Exhale, arms down by the side. So both ways, you get that extremely stretch on the front side, and also you train your spine. Okay, inhale, arms over your head, reach up, and exhale, fold forward all the way down. Let's do a Padahastasana. Maybe you can feel it in your back that you went backwards this way. The Padahastasana we're going to do today is we are bringing the hands under the feet. So start by lifting up the left foot's toes and then scoop your left hand underneath so you're actually with your palm facing your foot sole. And then you step the toes on your palm and then lift up the right foot. Keep your heels in the mat and scoop the right hand underneath the right foot. So now you're actually standing on your hand palms. So inhale, look up, and exhale. Then you pull your upper body closer to your legs, and probably you'll be standing with your knees a little bit bent. You see if you can press your knees a little bit further back. If you have a tendency to overextend, I know some of you do, be aware of your knees. Try not to overextend your knees. Keep a little bit of a micro bend in your knees and just keep pulling. So you will feel some kind of stretching either ways. And then be sure to breathe in and out through the nose as you pull your feet. Use your hands and arms in this stretch. Alright, now look up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward and release your hands. Bring your feet into the mat. Then hands into the mat, step your feet back and come directly onto all four. On all four, you make your wrists come underneath the shoulders. Knees just below your hips. And you're standing with your knees in a hip width distance. Alright. So inhale, lift up your right arm. Lift it to the ceiling, look at your right hand. And exhale, bring the arm underneath your upper body, between your left leg and left arm, and then you scoop it underneath, out to the left side, and you bring your upper body onto your right shoulder, and you just bring your head down so that your right side of the head is resting into the mat. So you're lying here. Inhale, lift the left arm to the ceiling, and then you turn your shoulder, rotate the shoulder, bend the elbow, and place your left hand behind your back. You just rest it down here. Some of you might be able to actually reach your right side of your waist here, but you just rest your hand down here. You might be able to grab your right thigh. And then you just relax. Let your left shoulder fall a little bit down so that you're feeling the stretching around the right shoulder. Also, you will feel a stretch around your left shoulder. And your buttocks is facing the ceiling. Head is down. Blood comes to the head, the shoulders, and the arms. Breathe in and out. And of course, while now we're turning the speed down to the yin part, if you feel like closing your eyes during the poses, that's perfectly fine. Just relax and enjoy. If you feel some kind of a pain, that's not normal, not a nice, cozy stretching pain, then come out of the pose easy, and then try to come back into the pose without the pain.
Now release the left arm and reach the left hand toward the ceiling. And now let the left hand come in front of your face into the mat. And then let some weight come onto your left hand and lift up your upper body. Let your right arm come back into the mat. So you're back on all four. Let's do the same to the opposite side. So inhale, lift your left arm up. So you're opening the chest to the left side and you look at your left hand. And now you let the left arm come down, slide it underneath your upper body out to the right side and bring the upper body onto your left shoulder. Place your face, your head into the mat. Look out to the right and relax your left arm. Now lift up your right arm toward the ceiling. So now you're opening out to the opposite side, rotating the shoulder, bending the elbow and placing the right hand on your back. Either you can just place it on your back or you can see if you can scoop it out to the left side of your waist and maybe here even grab your left thigh and then slowly rest down your right shoulder. Let weight come onto both of your shoulders and relax your body. Feel the stretching around the shoulders. This stretch, we're stretching the shoulders on two sides at the same time. And you breathe in and out, listen to the breath. Just breathe, let your body be calm, let it rest down. Slowly start lifting up your right arm, point it to the ceiling, and then place the right hand in front of your face, palm into the mat, weight on your right hand, and then lift up your upper body and bring your left arm back. Hand into the mat, so you're back on all four. Now walk both of your knees to one side, bring the buttocks into the mat and swing your legs forward so that you're sitting in the center of the mat. Make sure that when you come down to lie in a few seconds that you have the whole mat underneath you. Also, if you have a blanket or something else to cover your body for the last part, make sure that you have it just close to you so you won't have to get up for it. Okay, let's go back. So, hands into the mat, just behind you and lean a little bit back. Now bring your elbows into the mat, both of them. And then come further down, bring the elbows out to the sides or just stretch the arms and then lean back. Rest into the mat. Rest both feet a little bit out to the sides and your arms and shoulders into the mat. Just lie here. If you have your eyes open, then just stare a little bit into the ceiling. You might find a spot that you can just focus on. And then breathe in and out through the nose. Feel your body. Slowly start bending your knees and place your feet in the mat. Let your heels come close to your buttocks and point your knees toward the ceiling. Your knees are in a hip-width distance. Just slowly lift up your pelvis, so you lift up the buttocks. So you now have weight on your shoulders and your feet. And now start rolling down your spine, one vertebra at a time, so that your spine is just like, I always imagine a Brio train, something I played with as a child. And you had to place it down carefully because all the wagons in the train were connected by magnets, so if you didn't do it slowly, it would break. Alright. Now bring the pelvis into the mat, relax the pelvis down, relax your glutes, your buttocks. Alright,
Now focus on your feet. Your feet are in hip width distance now. Now bring them about 5 centimeters further apart. So just a foot's distance further apart. Still keeping your knees pointing to the ceiling. Now bring your arms out to each side. You can either have your palms face up or you can face them into the floor so you can support yourself to the floor. Take a deep inhale through the nose. On the exhale, you lean both of your knees out to the left side. So you just drop your knees slowly down. Now you bring weight onto the left glute. You can feel that. And also your right hip is lifting itself a little bit up. So you should be feeling a stretch over your right thigh, over the right hip, all the way into the right side of your body, the abdominal muscles, the abs, and also between the ribs into right arm. And your feet, if you're wearing socks, they might be sliding a little bit on the mat, doesn't matter. Just find a place to relax where your feet are not sliding anymore. And just let your legs be heavy. Rest the head back, let the shoulders relax into the mat, and completely let your arms be heavy and soft, your hands too. Listen to your breath. So we're actually stretching several parts of the body and also stimulating the left glute by making pressure into that glute. So the muscles in there, they will be stimulated by the pressure. Blood will be coming to the muscle and all the cells will be active even though you're relaxing it. Just let your body melt over the mat. Let your legs be heavy. Relax into the feet. Take a few more breaths in this pose. And on your next inhale, lift up your knees. Slowly back to center. So now your foot soles are back into the mat. And when you exhale, you lean your knees to the right side. So you're actually just sliding your knees over to the right. And now you feel weight come onto your right glute and the left hip is raising a little bit. And you're making a stretch over your left thigh, over the left hip, into the abdominal area and between the ribs, over the ribs, toward your left arm. Also here, just take a few seconds to relax your feet and just let them find their place in the mat. If they're sliding a little, that's perfectly fine. And relax the feet and the legs. Let your knees be heavy. Let the glutes, the thighs, everything just fall down so that your hips, your pelvis is falling into the mat. And you feel the stretching and feel the release in your body. Use your exhales to relax the body even more. You might feel some tensions in your body, And see if you, with your exhales, can relax those parts of your body. Just let them fall further into the mat or the floor. And when you do that, you will experience a further stretching over your hip and your thigh. Take a few more breaths here before going into the last pose. Inhale, and then lift your knees back to center. Let your foot soles come back into the mat. And then stay here. Exhale. Let your spine be completely straight and let it relax into the mat, still keeping your arms out to the sides and your knees are now pointing to the ceiling. If you feel that you have a little space between your spine and your back, that natural curve you have in your lower part of the back, now press that into the mat so that you lift your glutes a little bit. So just press it into the mat and you can feel that your abdominal muscles are working now. And then lift your knees over the chest. That was an easy way to lift the knees over the chest. And now bring your arms from the side over the legs. So you grab your knees and then press your knees gently toward your chest. So you now feel a stretching in the lower part of the spine over the glutes. And maybe also in your thighs. Just press the knees gently. Keep breathing in and out, holding your knees. Very gently release your left arm to the side. Let your palm face up, and with your right hand and arm, you let your knees come out to the right side. So you roll onto your right hip, left hip is going up. So you're making a twist with your spine, keeping both shoulders falling back into the mat with your chest pointing up toward the ceiling and both knees are out to the right side. Relax your body down, rest the head back, and then turn your face to the left hand so that you're making your head join in with some weight. So the weight from your left arm and shoulder and your head is making the stretch even more deep. You can feel the stretch over your left thigh, the left hip, and in your left side of the body. If you want to go deeper and a little bit of a different stretch, you can let your left leg swirl around, cross over the right, and then fall into a deeper, more intense stretch. But the traditional stretch goes for everyone, even people made of rubber. Now relax the head back, the head to the left. Both shoulders relaxing, arms falling into the mat and the floor. Letting your thighs and your calf muscles, your feet totally relax. And then focus on your breath. Notice your chest going up and down. And how your belly is working too. Enjoy the stretch.
Slowly start turning your face toward the ceiling. If your legs are bound, then release the bind. And then with your right hand and arm, you support your legs back over the chest, knees over the chest, so that you come back to center. Lie with a straight spine. Then bring the left arm in, wrap around the legs, and release the right arm to the side. When your right arm is out to the side, then you can support your knees out to the left side, so you roll on to lie on your left hip, lifting up the right hip. And then rest both shoulders back into the mat so that you can feel that stretch and twist of your spine. Relax the shoulders, the legs, the feet, and let your legs find a way to stay here. Either just plain, just relax them, or you can separate the knees a little bit, find a good way to stay here, or you can cross the legs, you decide. And then let your face drop out to the right side. Also here you can let your jaw fall into the mat or fall further down to the right. Let the weight from your head and your arm and shoulder make the stretch even more deep. Just relax every part of your body, both shoulders. Use the exhales to drop the shoulders back. Release them. Release your arms and hands. Release over your back and your belly, over the hip, and just feel the stretch. Let your feet relax. Some of you might experience that these yin poses, the long deep stretches, they're just extremely nice to be in. And also I know some people can get addicted to doing the yin sequences. And there's actually an explanation for that, because when you stay in these poses, you release some endorphins, what you usually call the happy hormones, that you also get from physical touch, exercising, and having intercourse, stuff like that. You can also experience the satisfaction, the release of those endorphins as you stay here in the long deep stretches. So win-win. You stay happy, stay flexible, can relax. What's not to like? Now slowly turn your head, turn the nose toward the ceiling. If you have a bind with your legs, release the bind. And now with your left hand and arm, support your legs back over the chest, roll back on your spine with straight spine. Bring your right arm in and then grab both of your knees and then start rocking a little from side to side. Just small movements so that you give your muscles around the spine a little back rub. And then find stillness. Stay still here. Now you release your knees, bring your feet into the mat, and if you have some kind of blanket or something else to cover you, you just grab that now and release your legs into the mat. Also, for those of you who have blocks, yoga blocks, I'm just going to instruct something very nice. First of all, just find a way to lie here. Keep your heels a little bit apart. Let your feet drop out to the sides, arms down by the sides. If you want to use something, for example, a yoga block, that could also be just a big book or a heavy book or something heavy. You can place it over your pelvis or over your thighs,
even over solar plexus, over the belly. The weight from the blocks or book or even a folded blanket, that would do as well, can give you a feeling of comfort. It's a kind of a pressure treatment actually. Gives you comfort, feeling of being here, can feel your body. So that's also an option. Now let your head fall back and close your eyes. Let your entire body drop down into the mat, into the floor. And feel how your toes are like heavy metal, dragging your feet out to the sides, making your feet heavy. You can feel the weight from your feet in your heels, pointing into the mat. You're resting your legs, feeling how your calf muscles and your shins are loosening up, becoming soft. Resting your knees so that your kneecaps are loose. You're feeling the big muscles in your thighs, on the back and front, inside and outside, that you've been using in the warrior poses we made today. You feel how you're just letting them go, releasing them. They're softening up, becoming heavy, and dragging your whole skeleton to the mat. Your glutes are flat into the mat. From your pelvis, the weight from your pelvis into the glutes, pressing them down. And between your hips, you're resting everything in there. All the muscles and the tissue around your organs, softening up, letting go, and making space for energy, for blood flow, coming into all the organs, releasing tensions. Your belly area, the abdominal muscles are resting. Your back is falling into the mat, letting your spine be heavy. And you're releasing around your chest, all the muscles holding your ribs. They're becoming soft, making it easier for you to breathe. Lots of space for your ribs to expand every time you take an inhale. Your shoulders are resting back, opening up the chest, and arms just resting down by the sides. Your whole spine from your tailbone is falling deeper into the mat, lengthening out, becoming a little bit longer. You just let it go. Feeling how the neck is falling into the mat, the head is resting back. And all the way from your neck and your ears, you're letting go of your jaw, resting it down, feeling how on each side of the jaw, all the muscles softening up, all the tensions are releasing. Your chin and your cheeks completely softening up, over the nose, over your eyebrows. You have a feeling that your eyebrows are becoming longer, falling down on each side of your face, opening up your face, and your forehead is becoming smooth. All the wrinkles are disappearing. Wrinkles from excitement, from mimics, from worries, from the sun. And your eyelids are falling heavily over your eyeballs, allowing for your eyeballs to fall in any direction. Your entire body's resting now, restoring, regaining energy. And as you breathe here in and out through your nose, you're filling your body up with energy, renewed energy, with happiness and joy, with a new hope, facing the year in front of you, facing tomorrow, and the week coming tomorrow. With yoga, with the pranayamas, breathing exercises, with the resting and the stretching, you're strengthening your body and your mind, bringing balance into both. You're renewing yourself with every yoga class. If you have some blocks or anything on top of you, except from the blanket of course, then you just move the blocks from your thighs and belly. And then slowly start moving your fingers and your toes. And now bend your knees, bring the feet into the mat, point the knees to the ceiling, and gently lean your knees to the left side and roll onto the left side. And you just stay here on your left side for a few seconds, preparing yourself for the day to come. And gently then use your hands and arms to push yourself back into seated position. And then you find your way back, sit with a straight spine, and you can sit in a lotus pose or with your legs crossed or any way you like it. You can sit on your knees and just rest your hands in your lap, straighten out the spine, close your eyes. And then take a tour around your body and see how your body and mind is doing right now. Just notice. And bring your hands in front of the heart. Palm against palm. Start by thanking yourself for attending the class today, taking time off from something else you could rather do. Thank yourself for working with your mind and body to bring peace, calmness, happiness, and balance into your life. And thank you guys for attending this class, for attending this Yin Yang class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will have a feeling in your body for the rest of the day, maybe the next week, feeling of strength, hope, energy. Thank you for attending. Namaste.